Now, Netflix has had quite a success with their series. They seem to do very well with them, I would say. The likes of Stranger Things or Squid Game or Money Heist or Queen's Gambit even. Some really good series there. And yes, brilliant series there, in fact. But then you look at their films and you have some that, while maybe perfectly good films, they also produce films that fall quite short of it, and sometimes they're more bigger films. The likes of Red Notice or Don't Look Up or Six Underground or even kind of Spencer Confidential. These films don't reach quite the same height. And then there's The Grey Man, which only adds to that group, I think.
You hurt?
I mean, my ego's a little bruised.
The Grey Man was directed by the Russo brothers, who also directed 4 MCU films. They're kind of most known for that. 2 Captain America films, and then the last 2 Avengers films. Some very much loved films there, I'd say. So it was interesting to see what they could do with kind of outside of that and a big budget blockbuster action spy thriller film. And well, they produced something mediocre. Nothing more, nothing less kind of thing. First though, the idea for the film I really like. CIA's top asset starts uncovering secrets and all. I love that idea. And the actors playing the characters though, I wasn't too sure about. It didn't help by the fact, first of all, that some of the actors had little room to show real emotion. They were pretty bleak in that sense. For instance, Ana de Armas, who is a very capable actress, was pretty rubbish in this film. No emotion or something to link us to that character a bit more. It was pretty rubbish, and that was kind of the same with kind of the likes of Ryan Gosling, the main actor. But more than that though, I thought that the likes of Chris Evans just wasn't a good fit for the character, full stop. Now, I've tried to figure out why, and I'm not entirely sure why, so what I'm going to say is I just didn't really like him. I'm not too sure why, I just didn't. Now, the action scenes were okay. It was kind of an action film. This was kind of the main thing for the whole film. And they were okay. Some were actually fairly decent. One outside the hospital, and there's one in the city streets. They were actually okay, and some nice shots here and there. But it was also very CGI overload. For instance, the scene of them in a plane when this kind of catches fire and it's about to crash or whatever, it's in the trailer, but yeah. It was very CGI overload. It was pretty rubbish, in fact. None of it just would have happened. It was just so fake. It was so CGI'd. It was pretty rubbish. I kind of spoilt it, and it was a kind of a theme for lots of the action films throughout. It was just so CGI overload, it didn't make it feel that real. And while I said that some of the shots were pretty good, some of the cinematography with that just weren't very good. It was too dark. Some aspects were pretty good, but then other aspects just weren't, and it kind of made for the whole action to be, like I said, for the whole film, very kind of mediocre. The film, while not amazing, you could certainly still enjoy. The director's choice of actors, that even if they weren't very good, you'll still like them. Then put in $200 million for the budget for big set pieces and all, and anyone can make a film pretty much that is for sure watchable. There'll be mistakes. It probably won't be the best film, certainly if you let just anyone do it, but they'll be able to do something that anyone can just get through, pretty much. And that's what it kind of felt like. You'll enjoy it, but nothing much more. A typical big budget Netflix film, like I said at the start with all those films, it kind of followed the same basic formula. So as I said, really, yeah, it was your typical big budget Netflix film, basically. So Netflix though has greenlit a sequel, so there will be a Grey Man 2. I feel like it's probably going to be a bit worse, but at its core, it'll just follow the same old formula, really, just like the first one.